On YouTube, my name is Todd with the Dividend Stock King with another video. Today I'm doing a little simple video about investing and being consistent. And I've been doing this in March of 2026, it'll be 6 years. And I've been consistently investing. Put money in, take some tax money, put it in, bonus money, put it in. While I drive Uber, I put in, it could be like $20 or $30, 10, 20 bucks. I do Uber and make, say, $100, $200 on the weekend, throw in $50, $35. You throw that money in and you keep doing that for an extended amount of time. And that's my thing, and do little by little. And over time, you have a great account. And that's the crux of this video. It's consistency. You keep on investing. And now my mindset has changed where I will always invest. Every time I get a paycheck, I'm doing two things with it. Besides, because you gotta pay bills. Bills you gotta pay. You gotta pay the light bill, the water bill, and groceries, gas in your car. You must pay those things to live. But my thing now is, okay, once the things are paid, how much we're investing, right? How much I'm investing, number one. And number two, how much I put towards debt, right? Like a credit card or any type of loan that eventually I have to pay off and have more money. And the third slot would be savings. So I save less now. I invest more and pay down debt more. Then I have a little money in savings. So those three categories will always be a part of me for the rest of my life. Because I feel like 2025 is gone. 2024 is gone. So you can't go back. And if I was starting my portfolio, say when I was 20 or 21, I'll have more money. So every opportunity I have to get, I invest. Now it could be something $5, $10, but it's still $5, $10. And that's a part of my DNA now. Part of my DNA is investing. I'm at a point where I probably would never stop investing. I will invest. I will invest and pay down debt. Those are two financial, I'm not getting no financial advice, but the two things I've decided to do, which is beneficial, was two things, was to invest and pay down debt. Those two things in combination are great because you're investing money, and we're buying dividend stocks here. We're investing money, right? We're investing money, and we're paying off bad debt. So once the bad debt's paid off, you have that extra money in your account. You're not spending on that loan anymore. The two best things that me and my wife did was invest and pay down debt. Because right now we're paying off our house. And we've been doing this for the past 6 years now. And I might do a whole in-depth video about that. The journey, how much we owe right now, how much we send, why we're paying it down. I might do a whole series on that. I have to sit down and write it out and get all the numbers and get all the, all that stuff too. But I might do that. But the two best things I tell you what we did for the past 5 years was invest and pay down debt. Those are the two best things that we've done. And not only to our brokerage account, but also having a Roth IRA, right? Investing for our kids. So our kids have a 529 and a custodial account. So those are the two best things that we did financially, was invest in a brokerage, a Roth IRA, invest for our kids, and pay down debt. Those two things will always be happening in my paycheck. Is invest and pay down debt. Now, once I have no debt, now I will invest more and save more. But those two things I've done that I can tell made a huge difference. was invest and pay down debt. Because with the Roth IRA, you get set everything on drip. And then with today's ETFs today, where you get dividend every day, 5 days a week. I get dividend Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I get paid every single day, besides the weekends. So when you do something like that, and you got monthly ETFs and stocks going in too, you put on drip, and you get this up every single day. It's like autopilot, and you put more money into it. It's wonderful. So I'm a big fan of that. So those are two best things that I've done in our life. It was invest and pay down debt. And then it's not just doing that. It's also teaching my children as well. Hey, look, you have this brokerage account. Take the brokerage account when it come age and add on to it. Don't sell, just add on to it, right? And soon you get your first job and you start working, your first dollar is going to start a Roth IRA. Those are the two best accounts, in my personal opinion, to have. That's my opinion. That's my personal opinion, right? So that's my thing. That is my thing. For my kids in the future, I would teach my kids 3 things. Get you a cheap house as soon as you can. Get you a cheap, because your first cheap house is not your dream house. It's your starter home. It's to get you started. Get you a cheap house. And you got a brokerage account to help you get it. Get you a cheap house. Once you make your first, once you get the loan, start putting towards the principal that day. That's the best thing you can do towards the principal, is to put, I don't care if it's $10, $20 every 2 weeks. You put something towards that principal. Because you're young, you don't have any children, you can work 2, 3 jobs, multiple jobs. You have the time to do it. Do it now. Because you get a house at 20 or 24, now you're 34, 35, or whatever, or 29, or late 20s, my girlfriend or wife or whatever. Now you can transition to, well, I've been paying this thing down for like 8 years. I owe less than what I borrowed. I could just keep the property and rent it out, or me and her can just buckle down and pay as much as we can on it. Remember, they got a brokerage account to have them pay it. And I tell them, contribute to your Roth IRA. So your brokerage, your Roth IRA, and I'll help them set them up and put towards the principal, and you'll be set. You'll be ahead of 80% of people. And I've always said this in my videos: 54% of people don't got $1,000 in savings for emergency. Almost half in America don't have $1,000 for emergency and savings for emergency. You have a Roth IRA and a brokerage account. You have 2 things that they probably don't have, plus a house. So you'll be well off almost 80% of people. I've always said that you have a brokerage account and a Roth IRA, you're ahead of most people. You're ahead of most people today. Because most people have a job, they have the 401k, and that's it. They have a 401k, that's it. That's all they got. They don't check it. They don't look at it. They don't even look at it. They don't even look at the 401k, right? They don't have a Roth IRA. They don't have a brokerage account. They don't pay extra to the principal of the house. They have a house right now, and they do not add nothing to the principal. Nothing. Just adding $25 or $50 a month will save on interest. I'm talking about, and they're married. So, and they're married. So $25 a piece. And that's nothing. And then you can do that as well. I'm going to instill those things in my children so to be better ahead of everyone else. That's the secret. The secret is get your house, start hitting the principal as soon as you can, because they front load all the interest. So we make a mortgage payment, it's very little towards principal. It's more towards interest. So you want to get that first payment, hit it as hard as you can. But that's the end of my video. These are some tips and trips that I'm doing that will benefit everybody, will benefit my children, will benefit our future as well. But again, I'm not looking at video on paying down a house, or if you have a home, You should, it doesn't matter you $10, $15, $20. You're saving on interest the back end because they front load all the interest in the front. And that's my regret. If I would have, when I got my house 24, just did back then, get paid every week at my check out of the warehouse. If I would have $10 a week, $40 a month. If I'd done that from age 24 to 34, we will owe way less on a house, right? But now I'm still in this house. If I made a mortgage payment, a lot more will go towards the principal. So I would save on interest, but a lot more go towards principal. And once we start bugging down, paying it down, it's easier because we do a mortgage payment, a whole lot more going towards principal. So that's a whole nother video for a whole nother subject. But these are my tips and tricks of investing. Thanks for watching.